of cycles. Why is my camera shaking? Oh, it's because my dog is panting. Hey, quit shaking the camera. Come here. Woo! Hello everyone and welcome back. For those of you who are new here, this is the Ancient Gypsy YouTube channel. I am the visionary behind Ancient Gypsy, and today I have a witchy haul, spiritual haul, whatever you want to call it, video. A bunch of spiritual witchy items for $1 or less, and I wanted to share that with you today. I also want to go over some places you can find really cheap, even free resources, and how to kind of figure out your path, what direction you want to go with different witchy paths or different spiritual paths, or just some different options that are out there, and help you find some resources for some of those things even. So without further ado, let's get right into today's video. So the first thing I want to talk about is books. I want to mention that garage sales often have a lot of books that are free or 25 cents or very, very cheap. There are often libraries or schools or whatever that are getting rid of books for free. Or in my case, a local library was having a book sale around a time of a festival. So of course I looked in there when I was walking around the festival, and I was told that the following Monday they were going to be selling these books for $1. And what I mean by selling the books for $1 was selling like a box or a bag for $1, so you could fill it up for $1. And there was movies and audiobooks too, but there was mostly just tables and tables and tables of books, like self-help books, cookbooks, books about, the earth, science books, all kinds of stuff. And I found some really good stuff, and all the books I found here that I'm showing you here were $1 altogether. So they were very, very cheap. Most of them were pretty much free, in my opinion. So the first one I want to point out is I have John C. Maxwell, Your Roadmap for Success. So this is technically considered a self-help book. But if you are on a spiritual path, a witchy path, any kind of spiritual awakening, self-help books are going to be your best friend. And honestly, books and the internet and articles and all of those kind of things are going to be where you want to start. You want to start with your research. You don't want to just jump into something not understanding what you're doing, because you could get into some messy, dangerous stuff. And I just have an interest in self-help books anyway. I just like learning how the mind works and different things like this. And they have different quotes, and then they have like questions they ask you, like worksheets. So I don't know, I think they're fun to do. Like, steps to take along the way. How do I handle the detours? And then it has a bunch of questions, and it's like a little worksheet that you can fill out in the book, or you can fill it out in a notebook. So, good one there. Self-help books. Self-help books are always on your spiritual list, okay? You always want to be looking out for spiritual books. Self-help books for your spiritual book collection. I hope that makes sense. Next, I have Love is a Choice, Recovery for Codependent Relationships. I just kind of like learning about different things in psychology. I like psychology. I like sociology. It interests me. I like learning how people work with other people. I like knowing how our brains work. But I'm also going to read the back to you to kind of further explain why I got this book. Break the Codependent Cycle. And then it has all these quotes from people of, I just keep telling myself if I try harder I'll be able to fix him. It feels as if we have been battling for control since the day we met, and I have no idea who is winning or losing. I spend all of my time and energy doing all the right things and trying to please everyone. And then it says, if you identify with any of these statements, you, like one in 4 Americans, may be codependent. You may be dependent upon alcohol, drugs, money, work, food, or sexuality for happiness, or maybe you love someone who is. Let the doctors of Merritt, I don't know how to say that, clinic walk you through their 10 proven steps to recovery from codependency, introducing new dimension. the important stage of seeing God's unconditional love as the answer to your hunger for love. What I like about this is it talks about cycles, and as you get into spirituality, as you start going down your spiritual awakening journey, you'll run into lots of different big topics, right? And one of those is generational curses. So your generational curse might be anything that was just mentioned on the back of this. You might not have a generational curse. You might just know somebody who does. Or you might just want to be aware. It's never bad to be self-aware. It's never bad to be more educated. So, thought it would be a useful, fun book. If it's boring, I'll just regift it. One book I'm really, 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 really excited about that also kind of goes along with the theme of cycles. Why is my camera shaking? That also kind of goes along with the theme of cycles is Sacred Contracts by Carolyn Myss. And soul contracts is another big topic you're going to run into. Oh, it's because my dog is panting. Hey, quit shaking the camera. Come here. Come here. Sorry. I was making my camera shake because he's over there by it panting. Yes, hello, baby. Sacred contracts, soul contracts, that's a big ticket item, big topic item that you're going to run into when you are learning or talking about spirituality, or going down your spiritual awakening, or getting into the world of witchcraft, or getting into the world of being a spiritual practitioner, or medium, or a clairvoyant, whatever it may be. Soul contracts is a topic, big ticket item, whatever you're going to call it, that you're going to run into, you're going to hear it, and eventually you're going to have to deal with it. The Spiritual Child. As a medium, the title of this book just interested me because I was a medium since probably birth. I don't know. All I can remember, I've always been able to see, connect, hear with spirit, and they haven't always been fun interactions. So I thought this would be a fun book, and I might have a spiritual child one day. I might have a child that's awakened like I was. So this could be good knowledge. I just love the Smoky Mountains in general, and this has information about the wilderness and like flowers, animals, everything that you're going to find up there. And then, whoops, there it goes. It has this really cool map. That's upside down, isn't it? Yeah. So I was like, cha-ching. And like I said, every book I'm showing you today, I got in a big box together. And the box itself was $1. And I got more books than what I'm showing you. My boyfriend also picked out some books. And we also got a lot of movies. But they're just not like spiritual movies. They don't pertain to the video. I got this Christian type of spiritual workbook. I am Christian. So this does kind of go along with my practice. I'm not Wiccan, I'm not pagan. Those are religions. Witchcraft is not Wicca. Okay? Rediscovering Our Spiritual Gifts, a workbook. And I thought this would be really good to work through. I thought maybe it would help me do shadow work. Because it has all these like word prompts and Bible verses and different things to like get your brain thinking, and then it has questions and worksheets for you to answer. Like, just trying to look for a good example. Like, it has all these topics, and then more topics. And then these are like the work parts. So I thought that would be maybe kind of interesting and good for shadow work. For any of my kitchen witches out there, I got a bunch of cookbooks. One, I just want to get better at cooking, and two, maybe one day I will get into kitchen witchcraft since I already study herbology and that kind of thing. And then I got a book called Graces, Prayers and Poems for Everyday Meals and Special Occasions. I am Christian, so all of these prayers could be transmuted into something witchy, and they had some very beautiful, like, poems and prayers for weddings, for childbirth, for eating meals, for the holidays, etc., etc. So I was like, yes. The Goddess. I had to get this as a, spiritual practitioner, as a witch. I just had to. The Goddess. Of course I had to. But this is about not just like one goddess, but the worship of the goddess in many cultures over the centuries. So it's more of a history book than anything, but it looks very interesting and intricate, and I can't wait to fully dive in and fully read it. That's what the back looks like. Then a Hallmark 4 Seasons cookbook. I think I might pick out some recipes that I like and stick them in my grimoire because 4 Seasons cookbook. Maps of the Bible land. This is Limits of Masculinity, Male Identity, and Women's Liberation by Andrew Tolson. Herbs in the Kitchen. A Lifetime of Positive Thinking. And then I got some really old poetry books. Spells are a lot like poetry, if you really think about it. So, you could write a poem and transmute that into being a petition, a spell, what have you. Or you could do a song and make that a spell. Anyway, I've always liked poetry even before I got into witchcraft. So I have The Works of Lamb, which I hear is a classic, and this is a very old book. So I'm about to find out what that's all about. Selected Short Stories of William Faulkner. A Little Treasury of Modern Poetry. I can barely read the cover on that, or the spine. And then I have this really beat up New Testament pocket Bible. And I just liked it because it was a New Testament Bible and it was pocket sized and it was really worn, and I just liked the look of that. And then I got a book on ancient Egypt. Okay, so that is all of the spiritual books that I got, and I got all of those together for $1. Now, moving on to what I got for free. There are these things called free stores, and I did not know of these for a long time, so just look around, Google in your community or whatever, and see if you have a free store, a community like sharing store or whatever. I got 2 of these from a free store in a town near me, and I used them as my sage bowls. So right now I have some white sage in there. I gotta break that apart. And then I have juniper. Juniper is a little bit more used than the white sage because I try to refrain from using white sage unless I absolutely have to. And then, in the bottom I just have some stones that I got from the Dollar Tree. Fire safety. And then, all of these candles I got were $1. So I have this tall purple pillar candle in a glass jar. You can reuse these afterwards. You can boil them in a pot and then empty the excess wax out, and then these can become jars for your practice. Then I have this orange pillar candle. I have 2 of these. One of them is already in use. Then I have 2 of these dark black bluish looking candles. And each of the candles were $1. And then I have a Mother Mary candle. I was called to buy this. I don't normally work with the saints. I'm not a Catholic. I am Southern Baptist. But I was really, really called to get a Mother Mary candle, and this is actually my second one. My other one is in use. I set up an altar for Mother Mary, but I'm not going to share that because it was something I was called to do, and it's new, and I also don't feel like I should be sharing everything. So I do share what I can, but there are some things I just have to keep private. I cannot share those with people. But that is my witchy haul. If you would like me to do another one of these where I show other items that I got for very cheap or for free and talk about where I got them, how I got them, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget blah, blah, blah. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it. Okay, now as I already mentioned, libraries are a good place to go. Just like get a library card and check out books if you can't buy books, you know what I mean? That's normally the route I would go with that, but they sometimes have these sales where you can get a bunch of books for very cheap or for free, or yeah, books are knowledge. Knowledge is power. And then the Dollar Tree is turning into like the ultimate place to go as a witch. Like there's so many Dollar Tree witchy haul videos on YouTube. Feel free to look those up after this video if you want. And then there are like Dollar Tree DIY witchy haul videos where they show you how to make something witchy after they go to the Dollar Tree, and those are fun to watch too, so I invite you to like Google some of those, YouTube some of those after you finish here. But other than that, I mentioned the free store, antique stores. There's an antique store that I got my first motor and pestle from to like grind up herbs. And I also got this giant wooden like military gun case that is part of my altar. I found my current bedroom altar on the side of the road for free. And I found one of my old altars on the side of the road for free. Like certain communities will have like a certain time of the year where sometimes they'll just put like furniture or whatever out on the side of the road for free before a certain cleanup weekend, and then people will come and collect like old furniture trash, and they'll take it to junkyards or wherever it goes. You know, people from the county come along on trucks and pick up everybody's junk. But they'll do like free stuff before that, or they'll do garage sailing before that, so you can get stuff for really cheap or for free. And they'll just leave nice stuff out on their lawn, and if somebody takes it, great. If not, it goes to the trash at the end of the week. So that's where I got one of my altars from. If you keep your eye out and you know where to look and you really like go deep diving, you will find stuff. Garage sales are another good ticket item to like look at, because you can sometimes find things for free, you can find them for a bargain, sometimes you can barter with people and get it for cheaper than what it's priced at, which you can't do at stores. Or you could always, ask people for certain spiritual items. Like, for instance, my tarot cards were a Christmas gift to me when I was younger from my stepmom. I didn't ask for them, but they were a Christmas gift to me. So if there are certain things you want, you could ask around holidays. Like, if people are wanting to get you a gift for Christmas or for your birthday or for accomplishing something, they want to give you a gift, instead of letting them get you a gift, ask them if they could maybe donate some money to you so that you could go get something that you've been saving up for, which could be a spiritual item, or if they would feel comfortable getting that item themselves. It doesn't work for everybody, but if it does, then it does. Those are just your options. Like, just really look at what your community has to offer. Look at those like old lady type stores, because you'll find good books in there. Look at bookstores that, sadly, a lot of bookstores have been closing down and continue to close down. So go to those bookstores and buy the going out of business book sales, because sometimes they'll even give you stuff for free because they want to see those books go to good homes. And bookstores are just a dying business. Heartbreak. Anyway, I hope this video has been helpful, and I hope that you enjoyed yourself today. Sorry that the camera is like so shaky. My dog is on the bed, and I move around a lot when I film, so it's a little shaky. Anyway, give this video a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you didn't like it. Leave a comment in the comment section below telling me whether you like this video, would you like more videos like this, and is there anything that I showed you that you would like to know more about in this video? Like anything I showed you in this video you want to know more about in another video. Let me know down below. Let me know what you think, what you want. Bump, communicate, Until next time, love yourself and your world. Goodbye!